Hi guys, this is Ashley over at Midwest Performance on another episode of the Coffee with MP show. Today we'll be talking with our member Mary about how age is really just a number.
We're Midwest Performance. We're on a mission to empower women around the world to take action and work hard to make a physical impact in their lives. In this very saturated fitness industry, there's tons of competition, but the opportunities are incredible. We'll cover the most common challenges in the fitness world and invite guests to the show that have learned to overcome them and share their strategies with you. This is the Coffee with MP show.
Hi guys, this is Ashley over at Midwest Performance on another episode of the Coffee with MP show, and today we're talking with our member Mary about how age is just a number. So Mary, hi.
Hi, nice to be here.
Right? I'm super excited for this interview, mostly because I don't know you very well. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
actually going to be a really fun and learning experience for me about you. So I'm kind of excited.
Yes.
So tell me about you.
Okay, so that's funny you said that because I agree. I don't know you very well, so I know you know that I've been here. Honestly, I think I will be starting my third year here.
Wow.
That's
an OG right there.
Yeah, because you
in the MP world, we started that time. So.
Right. So because you just had your second anniversary, and I think I started right after that. But as far as a little bit about me, I'm a mom of two. I'm a real person.
Real human flesh right here, guys.
I worked out this morning, and we're going to sit down right now.
She did, no excuses.
Right, Saturday morning, bright and early. But I have a lot on my plate, just as everybody else. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm one of six. I have a handicapped brother. I'm a guardian. My mom has dementia.
Wow.
Or early stages of dementia. I have two kids that one's out of college and bought her first house. Super proud of my kids. They're both athletic.
Okay.
She was a runner, and he is a college baseball player.
Very
so in our house, it was, they did all the working out, and me and my husband did nothing. So after many years, and I'm going to share it, guys, I'm 51 years old.
You'd never guess though, right?
51 years old. When I first walked in the door, I had my 49th birthday, and my daughter took a picture of me. They have the picture here. That was the turning point.
Yeah.
My daughter posted it, and I was super upset with what it looked like.
Who's been there before?
Yeah. I didn't want to go to a gym where people wouldn't really work out, and it was a social club. Don't kid, they're quite social here, but they're very supportive. I can't do everything everybody else can do, but they've got different modifications for everybody, and don't be afraid to ask. Mm-hmm. That's the motto here.
Yep.
Everybody's in the same boat,
yep.
Right? Everybody's in the same boat here, that you just want a better you. Mm-hmm. When I tell you that I have these other things on my plate, I have a high pressure job, I travel, I never found time for me, and the best part about this is it's 1 hour. Mm-hmm. I could come in, do my deal, know that I'm doing something for me, better for me,
yep.
And that's, it's not easy.
Nope.
It's not easy not doing something for 30 years almost, not working out, and then realize,
It's not fun to not work out for 3 weeks and know what it's going to be like to get back into it.
Oh yeah, and scary.
And it's intimidating. I've talked to people before that are going to come for a trial, and they're scared. They're like, I was. I'm anxious to actually come and just try it.
I told them that, 6 months after being here, you don't know how hard it is when you're not in that world. You're not the young 20-something years old, and you're not into the sweatpants and all the fitness wear. You're just going through your day, just trying to get through your day. Mm-hmm. It's a political world out there in business and social or whatever it is. So it's a big thing to overcome, just to walk in the door, and then to walk in the door and find people that actually get it.
Yep.
They get it. They get that it's hard, it's scary, it's overwhelming. Super friendly here. I mean, I can't tell you. It's like a family more than it is.
Yep.
It's like a family.
So I want to go back to that picture. Looking back on it, you know how you felt, but how before seeing that internally, how did you feel?
About myself?
Yes.
I was scared. I didn't know if I could make it through the class here. Because, you know, I don't know. It's scared. It's unfamiliar territory, maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't know what a squat was. I didn't know what a burpee was. I mean, and then dealing with all the weights and all the different devices here and the rowing machines. And you know what? I just knew I had to do something for me because I couldn't take care of the people I need to take care of if I started falling apart.
Yeah.
So
if you're not there,
who's going to do it?
Yeah.
Who's going to do it, right? So
what made you? So it was that picture that made you
God,
finally.
yeah. I hate that picture.
Yeah. Should we post it in the comments so
you can.
We can compare,
yeah.
and people can see this
yeah.
Mary. How does this Mary feel now?
This Mary, I'll tell you what. There's a couple things. I mean, like I said, I'm 51. At 47, I started going through premenopause.
Okay.
So that's anybody who's gone through it or going through it, you know, your body changes like overnight. Mm-hmm. You go from having something toned to all of a sudden everything is getting big. Whether it's your boobs or your tummy or your butt, whatever. Yeah. Everything is, and you can't stop it. It's just happening. I didn't want to go on the medicine, but my personality was changing. Oh, yeah. So I had to go on the medicine. So for 2 years I went on it and I said, what can I do to get off of this? Yeah. And he said, you know, start changing your environment. So I changed my environment and started at the gym. Then I could start to see the pounds come off. I went off of that medicine. So I'm on nothing but straight up. I still have hot flashes. It's bad, the hot flashes. But I also had breathing issues, and doctors just kind of want to throw medicine towards everything. But the best thing about here is working out and learning how to breathe. I don't have that anymore. I have an inhaler, but I very rarely use it. But it's just like cleaning and making your body and your organs work the way they're supposed to work.
I think that's so funny you bring that up because I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, why is everything just given a medication to fix? Like, why? But then I was thinking about it. I'm like, no, but that's kind of our attitude though. Like, just give me the quick fix.
Yes, quick fix.
Give me so as a doctor, you're just kind of like, well, why would I even suggest what will actually be helpful and beneficial to you if I could just give you a pill that's going to make you happier quicker? And so I think it's a societal shift too, like mentally, that we have to be like, well, maybe putting in a little extra work will be worth it in the long run.
Right.
Instead of just here, take the pill.
Right, take the pill, you'll feel better. When really you don't feel better because you're paying all the money for the pills and you know you're dependent on it. I don't like to be dependent on anything.
Yeah. Absolutely. So beyond that medication, was there any other medication that you had to take?
Nope.
Or it was just,
it was, well, I shouldn't say that. It started off where I couldn't even breathe. They thought it was an allergy. Okay. And it was allergy-induced asthma.
Wow.
So I couldn't get 2 words out. I had to get steroid shots. I'd have to take these pills every day, an inhaler every day. And I honestly haven't taken it. They expire. I have to keep the inhaler just to have it.
Just to have, yeah.
But they expire. I don't even use them.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. What did that feel like when you got to get rid of all that?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I love it because you have to have all the, I hated the way it tasted. I hate it. I'm one of these people, like even on Benadryl. If you take Benadryl, I get the shakes. Yes. I don't like anything else controlling my personality.
Right. And then it's just so crazy because working out, like it's such a simple solution, but it takes so much work, I think mentally, just to get there. Like, you worked out this morning, beast, by the way, beast mode every time. Like she says she's 51 years old, and if you walk by in that gym, you would be like, who?
yeah, I'm definitely.
You are always on beast mode, but I just think it's so funny that we have that control that we could just start working out.
Yep. Make
those changes.
Yeah. It was scary. I started out coming, I think 2 times a week, and then then it went to 4 times a week, and now on average, it's about 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's awesome. So tell me about now, like what your goal is from here on out. What are you
my goal as far as I want a healthier lifestyle for me and my husband. I'm going to tell it straight up. He's 6'4". He's a big giant German guy. He likes meat and potatoes. Very rarely will you see a salad.
Yes.
I mean, he's a big guy who likes to eat. So our house is like, he'll make this big dinner and I'm like, babes, I don't want all those potatoes. Give me just like a little bit of potatoes. But I love the meat. I'll eat the meat. I have no problem eating the meat. But it's just kind of changing the way. It's got to be. It's got to be a healthier. We can't survive if we continue down the path that we're on.
Do you find it helpful taking these steps one by one instead of just?
I'll tell you a story. My husband, 3 weeks ago, it was crazy weekend here that it was 90 degrees.
Yes.
Here.
I remember that. It's 38 right now, in case
Yeah.
anyone was wondering.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, 80.
Yeah. And my husband said, let's paint the deck.
Okay.
So he's out there painting the deck and he's profusely sweating, can't kind of breathe because it was so stagnant and warm. And he goes, we got halfway and he goes, let's just stop. I can't get through it in another day. And I'm like, nope. I said, that's okay. Go in.
Yeah.
I said, I get it. I said, I'll finish it. Not a big deal. He goes, and he asked me the next day, he goes, I can't believe you finished that deck. Mm-hmm. And I said, I just wanted that off our list.
Yeah.
He goes, that isn't the case. It's because you continuously go to work out. Mm-hmm. Your body allowed you to do that.
Yeah.
He goes, I couldn't physically do it anymore. So.
But how cool is that too? Like, people focus so much on numbers, and then it's those little things in life that happen. Like that day, you were just like, oh, non-scale victory. Like, I was able to finish this deck. Like, people just focus so much on that number on the scale or like these pant size that they want to fit into.
Right.
But that day, you were just like, no, I can finish what I set out to do.
Right. It was a task. It was in my mind. My body would, I mean, it was hot out, but I was able to do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and you brought up a good point, pant size. If there's any advice I could give anybody, don't even care what that number is in any piece of clothing you wear. Because first of all, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Who's going in your clothes to see what size you're wearing? As long as you look and feel good in your own clothing or in your own self, who cares? I told you, I just flew back from Los Angeles, and I watched on the plane, I feel pretty. It is so true. If you feel good about yourself, you don't care what anybody else thinks. I don't.
Yeah.
I never did, though.
Yeah. Yep.
I would say I was hardest on myself. I was afraid. Like when I said I walked in that door, and I'm like, oh, what am I doing walking in this door? Even walking in the door was stressful and overwhelming. Yeah. And I'm like, what am I doing?
I think I was anxious my first 6 weeks here. Like, I would get here and I'd be fine, but driving here, I was like, I was comfortable in here, but coming here, I couldn't.
Totally. Totally. It was like crazy.
Yeah. So I have a question. So 51-year-old Mary, compare her to like 40-year-old Mary. What do you think?
I think that
because so many people I think are so scared of getting older and just aging, but when I look back a decade ago when I was 21 instead of now 31, I like 31-year-old Ashley a lot better than I like 21-year-old Ashley.
As far as 40, I had my kids at 25 and 30.
Okay.
And I wanted to be somewhat of a younger parent. I didn't want to be an older parent. With my brother being handicapped, I didn't want that risk for me and my family. I wouldn't wish that on the world for anybody. I love my brother to death, but it's a hard life. We live in a different world today that might be a little bit more accepting than what I grew up in. But as far as aging, when it comes to that, as the world evolves, I think I wouldn't go back.
Yeah.
Aging is just, again, a number. Who cares? I don't care.
Right.
I mean, there are days, I wake up and I have aches and pains and whatever, but I don't take a pill for it. Either I come here or, I drink more water. That's another good thing. I cut pop out. I used to be drinking 8 cans of Diet Coke a day.
Oh, yeah.
And now I just drink water all day long and 1 cup of coffee.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. If you go back to my 40s, I had fun. I love my kids. My kids I look at it as they keep me young. My kids are like our friends.
Yes.
I go hang out in the bars with my kids. My kids love it. They're like, hey, are you coming up this weekend, Mom? Whatever. But that was the goal I set up for myself. I didn't want to be that kind of person where my kids didn't want to hang with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, because I just think it's so funny, like looking back at me, 21-year-old Ashley was petrified of becoming 31-year-old Ashley. But now 31-year-old Ashley has no desire to go back to 21-year-old.
No, that's funny. They say one birthday will be an issue in your life. And I would say it was 30 for me. That was the one that I was fearful of because I felt like, oh, where am I going from here? But let me tell you, going to my 50th birthday, I had the best time.
I just think, as women, you just become so unapologetically yourself.
Right.
And it's just
an
awesome thing. Like, I have girlfriends in their early 20s that are just so, even some girlfriends in their early 30s that are just so scared that life isn't going to work out. And as you get older,
you don't care.
You are just, your life is yours. And
yes,
I just think it's
and
so
you
cool.
own it. I mean, trust me, not everything goes right in this world.
Right.
2 weeks ago, I couldn't get into the gym because the car broke, this did this, but reality is, I walk in that door and I feel welcomed, I feel supported. I mean, you don't get that everywhere. You don't get that. You walk into your office at work, that's not necessarily the case. This is a place where I know I do it for me, with the people who are around me, and they support me, and I truly care about the people here. But there's no secret here. I come in here to do my job, to get out and go on to my next task because there's always a list of things I got to do. So.
And you do it so well and with such grace.
Well, sometimes I trip coming in the door, so it's, I'm human. But reality is, I'm very appreciative of being here. If I can say anything, if people are afraid, this is the place to try. Just try it.
Yep.
Try it, because it's a totally different environment. Mm-hmm. It's a very welcoming, supporting. I can't say it. It's not like anywhere else. Right. Honestly, it really isn't like everywhere.
And you have no idea until you're submerged in it. And you're just like, wow, this is the thing.
My best friend is a workout guru. Mm-hmm. And I mean, literally, she works out 3 times a day. She runs. She's at Orange Theory. She does CrossFit. Yeah. And she kept trying me. I'm like, Dee, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I did it for me. I didn't want to be tied to anybody else or let anybody else down. It had to be me and on my terms. Yep. And you can't force people to do it, but you don't know what you can do unless you try. I mean, I never thought I could do a push-up.
Yeah.
Think about it. We did, how many we do today?
Right.
But yeah, I mean, but that's only going to be better for me. Aging is not easy, but working out helps that aging process. Yeah. It does make it easier.
I look back a lot too, because I did things growing up that just kept me in shape, but
right.
I never had to actively work out to stay in shape. And I'm just like, wow, I wonder if I would have started this when my bones and joints were a little younger. Like, I got that into it. But the cool thing is that our bodies adapt so quickly when you do make that change, I think.
The other thing about here is what's cool about this gym is it's all ages. Mm-hmm. There's young people, there's old people. It is all cultures, all shapes, sizes. I mean that's what I like about it.
But everyone is on the same page.
Oh yeah.
And it's so cool just to see that.
Totally.
I remember we had a girl in high school here, and she got along with you would never
Right.
guess the age gap. You would never guess the cultural differences.
No,
Just
and
everyone.
Yeah, you partner up with people sometimes. Sometimes you don't partner up with people. But reality is, they're on the same page. That's what's nice about it. I mean, you don't have people come in here and just chit chat. Everybody comes in here. You've got an hour to get the job done and move on. You chit chat when you're in and out, but reality is everybody here is for the same thing. Yeah. I don't know. This may not be the best interview, but reality is it's super truthful.
I think everyone is going to get so much out of this.
Right.
I
I would just say, guys, do it. Try it. Do it. It's not easy, but if you can get yourself in the door, these women here will support you.
Well, Mary, thank you so much for being on this show.
It's true. I mean, I cried when I told these guys how much I appreciated them.
Yeah.
And they know it.
Yeah.
They know it. I hope they know it. Let's put it that way. I hope all of you know it because
Brittany, Marcia, do you know it?
Yeah. And well, it's not only them. It's all you guys here too. It's all the trainers, how welcoming they are. I mean, I had an injury, you know.
Yep.
And I was out for 4 months, but I came back and they helped me work through it. And even today, I've been back for 3 months, I think. Yeah, because it happened in February and I didn't come back till June.
And when she did come back too, I don't even know that, I wouldn't even say that your doctor would have said you were ready. She's like, no, listen.
Yeah.
I'm going to modify.
Yep, exactly.
I'm coming back.
Yeah, I said, release me to come back because I cried at home. I cried to Brittany on the phone. She's like, how are things? That's what I mean. I was out for 4 months and yet the trainers and the owners still checked in on me.
Yeah.
I cried. I'm like, I did all that work. It's going to be so hard coming back. We'll get you through it. We'll get you through it. And they did. They did. So I am very appreciative. I'm glad I found it. I mean, I have people who want to join my friends club, but I have people who also want to come to my gym too. And I'm very kind of, this is my gym, my environment, but go try it, but take a different class. Because I come in here to be focused.
Yes. Oh, I love that so much. Mary, you are such a force to be reckoned with, and I adore you to pieces.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for your help.
Give us some hearts and likes and lots of love on this episode, guys. And thank you again, Mary.
Thank you.
We'll catch you next week on the next episode of the Coffee with MP Show.
Thanks for joining us today. If you like this episode, subscribe to our YouTube channel or find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever your favorite place is to listen to podcasts might be. And if you really liked this episode, please leave a review for us on iTunes. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.